My name is Ken, and I'm building Star Wars-inspired mega factories in Satisfactory Update 8. These factories will be a water packaging factory Imperial Tower on Scarif, an oil packaging and transport hub Galactic Senate, an oil processing and fuel power plant Super Star Destroyer, a battery and aluminum factory Jedi Temple, and finally a Phase 4 space elevator part Death Star. The water packaging Scarif Tower has been constructed, and work on the Galactic Senate building is nearing completion. Now that all 504 packagers have been built, today we're focusing on empty canister and packaged oil logistics. This video is an edited down version of VOD 39, and if I cut out anything you wanted to see, a link is in the description. Let's get started. Welcome to episode and live stream 39. We're still working on the Senate building, but we have everything in. All of the pods are finally in, and now we are working on logistics. Okay, here's what we got done last time. There was some crashing last episode, and it forced a short episode and a short live stream. But before I crashed, not only did I get all of those pods in, but we also did figure out a solution for these pipes. So we do have the logistics in for the pipes, and the oil is routed down all the way around. All 35 pipes are routed down to here. All right, and then let me show you what we did on the cosmetic stream. Okay, and for the cosmetic stream, if you missed it, I changed the super spiral. Okay, now this is a very low incline double helix, and I changed how the trains attach. So if you remember before, the train lines went around, they went above here, and they both went in the same direction going this way. So that's not the case anymore. Now they go forward, they go around a planned oil pipe spiral that we're gonna go through the middle here, hopefully, and up through there. And then they crisscross, and the forward train heads to the outside, right, and goes around, and then the return train comes from this side. That's the new setup. I'm much more happy with this. I think this is going to be pretty cool. And now when we were crashing, we're going to get back to what we were doing when we were crashing, and hopefully again it won't crash us. Actually, while I was testing the crashing, I just went ahead and put them in. I was just putting these conveyor belts in all the way around. We still have to hook the power up. Don't feel like you missed out on super boring hookups, because we're gonna do some. We're gonna hook up all of the power all the way around and get some ugly stuff out of the way first. Oh, by the way, if you watched me last Saturday night, I had to cut the stream off early because I was crashing. And I mean, like, not like a little bit crashing. I was crashing every 2 minutes. There was a major problem. I don't know why it cropped up, because I hadn't changed my settings, but it was this setting right here, hierarchical Z buffer occlusion. So if you're having some crashing issues and you have this on, try turning it off and seeing if that helps. So let's get these power lines in first, and we basically are gonna hook each row up together. I did experiment with this, and I got fast with it. There we go. Nope. Yep, I guess. We have the power hooked up. That's good. Let's go ahead actually and hook up all of the rows together now, and then we'll mess with those pipes. We did get the switch in. Where is it? Here. Okay, we do have the switch in. All right, this is good. Power is off. Where are we going? Okay, it's just going straight into this line. Okay, great. That works for me. That's fine. That's not a bad solution. Okay. And then this row. And then this one goes there. Are we at the top? we have to figure out what I had figured out with these damn pipes so we can finish these pipes. They were almost done. They were almost done. So here's the math. We have 35 pipes and they each have 300 in them because we have 10,500 oil. 10,500 divided by 600 is 17 and a half Mark IIs, and that's 35 Mark Is, right? And plus 35 is a nice number that I can use for my oil spiral. So that's why we have the 35 hookups. Now, out of the 504, we have 8 total packagers that need to be underclocked. And the reason is because we have 504 and I want it to basically be the math of 500. And so 8 of them are being reduced by an additional 50%. So this guy, he's 70%. Everybody's 70% because I only needed 350 and we have 504. Okay. And so everybody's 70%, but 8 lucky individuals got reduced an additional 50% down to 35%. Sorry, that was a confusing way to say that. Here's the deal. The packagers being overclocked at the bottom is kind of a pain in the butt, and it gets shockingly easier to do the logistics if I make the overclocked packagers at the top. And so we're gonna move those today. So 32 of the pods, we're getting 42 oil out, but 4 of the pods, which is 8 packagers, we're only getting 21 oil out of. Now, this needs to be on the top row because what this does is it makes it so that there's a little bit extra oil at the top because we're using a little bit less, and then it will filter down through the rest. And so I need to install the pipes for that filtering. And here's the leftover pipe, right? We only need 0.24 of a pipe. We just need Mark Is all the way up. So this is what we were doing when we got so rudely interrupted last time. And so we're gonna fix that. This is gonna go here. All right, and then the next one starts here. Yep. Let's get rid of him. Let's do this. Was there a thing here and I got rid of it? I think maybe there was. Okay. Let's change my overflow. Okay, so we're gonna change this back to, we're gonna change all these back to the standard 70%. Let's fly around and let's do that. Come on, there we go. Pasted. All right, so now I'm gonna come up to the same cardinal direction corners and we're gonna make these 35%. We're just moving these up the top row, okay? Yep, okay, that's done. Okay, so our oil should be done all the way to these points here. They should be done. Okay. We're gonna run them along the ceiling. Out from the center. Here. They're gonna come up through here. There's not a lot of space here. It's, I build giant mega factories and I still jam my logistics through tiny openings. Let's do some belt work. This should be much easier than the oil, like significantly easier than the oil. Famous last words, right? Okay, so what are we gonna do? What we need is same plan that we did for the pipes, we need for the belts. I think it's significantly more simple though. Now the good news is with these belts, we have to do them twice, but they're the same. The same amount of packaged oil will come out as the amount of canisters that go in. So we only have to do the math once and we apply it to both lines. Okay, so what do we need? We need, well, the top is gonna need, the top is gonna be exactly this, but instead of divide by 300, we're gonna divide by 780. It's gonna be 2 belts all the way down, right? And now this, everything else is gonna be this, but instead of divide, it's gonna be 780. Yeah, it's gonna be 2 belts. 2 belts, 2 belts, 2 belts. I think we need belt compressors. I think we're gonna need a belt compressor. And then on the way back, what do we need? The way back, we're gonna need a belt decompressor. So that's what we're gonna use this space for. Eye in the sky, I think you asked me, do we need this space? And I said, I think we're going to. And I think we're gonna do it. So that means that all of these need to get, it needs to come over here and then they'll go up. Okay, and then we'll use the full, right? Because I'm splitting them up, reds and blues, remember? And those are offset from the oils, okay? So I'm trying to use the full 360. So where's our blue? Where's our blue? I lost him, there he is. So let's do one. Let's do one, let's make sure this works, okay? So, what is this? This is a splitter. We need a merger. We need a merger, and I would like it to be, yeah, midway on a line right here, so that it looks nice and flat. No, I'm dumb. We need a smart splitter. Okay, because this line up here is the packaged oil, I think. Blue equals packaged oil equals bottom. And this is where we're gonna need the, and we're gonna do any to the right, and then I guess we'll do overflow forward. We could be specific here. We could go packaged oil. We need to load our 4 belts in. Where do they need to be? They need to be here. And then whoa, what the hell was that? Okay. I'm not touching anything. My hands are off the keyboard. Dancing. Okay. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Very close. Closer than it was. All right, I'm done. All right, that worked. It looks a little bit like crazy, and it is, but the angles of those belts are all legit. So, we're gonna call that good. Okay, let's do the same thing on the other side. That looks a little cleaner than the other one does, doesn't it? Still doesn't seem like it's the right same slope, but it really has to be. But I got this dialed in to match this. And this is a close approximation of it. Maybe that's why it doesn't look exactly right, I guess. I don't know. All right, what's next? Finish getting this line in. And then we're gonna basically be halfway done with all of the belt work. Okay, those are done. The blues are done. The blue sides are done. This is the packaged oil. Oh, let's do all the splitters. Let's do all the smart splitters. Okay, this is my smart splitter. Settings. Oh, well, maybe it would help if you were a smart splitter. Replace. If you don't know about that control replace, very nice. Apparently I have to do it again. Okay. Ready. Let's do the red side. Here's red. We have to put it on this one. Here's center. Oh my God, that's horrifying. There's no way I did that in the other one. I might have done that. All right. We're gonna let it go before I can see it. We're getting close. We can move on to the next thing soon. What's left? The 4 is done. I have one left. This one. We're done with this. Just really good. So what's next? I honestly think we're gonna put in the belt compressors. But this one, I'm trying to think, do we need a belt decompressor for this one? I'm trying to think, and I think we do. So how is this gonna work? All right, so what this does, its function is a lot more simple than it looks, but basically any number of belts put in this way get jammed into full belts, and then when it gets full, it overflows. Okay, so we're gonna be getting things back from the drone ports, and I don't know how much they're gonna be, but this should work no matter what, because These are just any and then overflow. All right, any and then overflow, and these move forward. Okay, so it's gonna jam everything it can, and whatever doesn't fit, it's gonna move down the line. And then this one's gonna do the same thing, jam everything it can, and whatever doesn't fit, it's gonna move down the line. So, I mean, this should work. I mean, it should work. It just depends on the drone capacity. It just depends on the drone capacity. Let's take this to its conclusion. All right, so we got to get these up here. Let's run 10. Run 10. 10's a good number. All right, and then probably those could be deleted, but I don't know if I need more than 10. I don't know what our throughput of drones are gonna be. How far, like how much per minute a drone port can pull in. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to, we won't know until we get everything set up. So I'm kind of building the infrastructure so that we can, you know, we can figure all that out. All right, now, the eventual plan is to take this oil, well, this is the canisters, but it's same thing, it's just in reverse, and drone it, okay? But we can't do that yet because we don't have the power. It's literally a catch-22. I want to drone everything over to the power plant, but we can't drone everything over to the power plant because we don't have the power to drone the things to the power plant. And in order to get the power to drone the things to the power plant, we have to turn on the power plant, which means that we have to build a temporary way of getting our materials to the power plant, the first half, okay? We're about to build 20 train stations. We're gonna do half the water. And then 14, well, really we need half the oil, 7. Half the water, half the oil. Gonna go in the train. We'll do the train on this edge, and we'll do the oil on this edge, and we'll do the water in the middle. All right, let's build it. And this is our end point for this factory, right? And then we just have to connect the middles, right? And that way you guys can see a little bit of what's happening. And okay, and I realize I've known this is coming. All right, it's really stupid, but I'm literally gonna train my water bottles to these train stations. We're going to unload half of them, and we're going to belt them up there, and we're gonna load them back on a train. I know it's stupid, okay, but the deal is that the train up there is temporary. Okay, eventually it'll all be drones. We're gonna build half with trains, get that power running. Then we're gonna stop working on the power, thank God. And then we're gonna go build the batteries. Like half of the battery plant, right? And then we'll come and then we'll build the other half of the power plant using the batteries for the drones, and then we'll tear down these train stations we're about to build and then replace those with drones so that we always have at least half of the power plant running. All right, let's get the rest of the trains in. And I guess if I'm gonna box down there, I got plenty of space. Okay. Do the same thing again. How many more do we need? 4 more. Let's go this way. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6. Okay, there's one. That's one. Now, I wonder if there's enough space for a double up. I'd like there to be. You know, in a perfect world, there would be. But as we know, that is unlikely. All right, we were seeing if we can make this train fit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And yeah, I must have measured wrong or something. We got plenty of space. G. Yep, 10, and then an ass end. I mean, not plenty, but I mean, yeah, kind of plenty. All right. I didn't think we would be at this point tonight. The other parts went really fast, even though they seemed like they took forever. They did go fast. Did I do both trains? No. All right. Now this is water bottles out, or empty canisters out. Sorry. Okay, so this is a load. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Oh, it's right here. Okay. That one's done. And now let's do the same thing for this one, which is unloading empty canisters. I'm committing to hooking these up. I committed to do that. We're getting the hookups done. We've got it. You're finishing these train hookups for the oil. Okay, those are done. Those are in. Those are fixed. Now, which ones are which? Okay, so those are leaving. So those are canisters, and these are leaving, and so these are canisters. All right, here we go. Perfect. All right. All right, I know it takes a little bit of a circuitous route, but we got there. So this is the loading of the packaged oil. And this is all in. Got this in today. All this was done today. And then counterpart here, the unloading of the empty packagers. This we don't need for the trains, unfortunately, so it's fine. I don't think it is actually gonna cause a problem. I'll fix this and then I'm gonna call it a night. Okay, that is insanely better. There's still some wonkiness because of the curves, but I mean, I'm okay with it. Remember, we'll change it anyway. Yeah, I know it's crooked, it's curved, I can't make it straight. All right, I can make it a little bit more straight than it is, I guess. All right, that is better, but it's not perfect, but it's better. Okay, that's it. I had no idea I'd be building this train tonight. These trains, I had no idea we were this close, but it's really good. So this is done. What's next is we have to route the packaged water and empty canisters from all the way down here up to the top. And I think we're gonna go out north-south. All right, and then this will come up. It'll all just come up. Ooh, we could come up through the floor like this. How high can we get? Not very. Maybe we just... Only he can do that, so I don't know. Only this row can do that. But maybe that's okay. This is gonna come up. Right, this is packaged water headed up. We might as well route all 4 of the trains to the top. So this side is all packaged water. 40 belts. I don't know, we'll have to figure it out. That's gonna be a task. It's gonna be similar to this same task we had here. Maybe we get it up to this platform. We definitely do need to get it up here because we may need to do the same stuff, load balancing and compression and decompression on the belts, depending on the direction. So we do have to get it up here, 40 of them. Let's see, 1 week, we are not that far. 1 week to get the rest of the hookups into the water trains. Probably both sides. I could probably do that next week. And then I will not finish it in 1 week. Getting all the oil here, there's no way. There's too much oil, it's too far away. That's probably gonna be 2 weeks, but I can cheat a little bit and I can do some of it on the cosmetic stream. I'll kick it off on the main stream and then I'll build train line on the cosmetic stream. But that's okay because we have a plan now. All right, guys, that's it. The music's out, the lights are on, the bar's closing. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Appreciate it.